You're looking live at Mahtomedi High School as the Zephyrs prepare for perhaps the toughest non-conference game they will get this season. It's high school girls basketball on SEC Sports. The Mahtomedi Zephyrs looking for their second straight win of the young season against the #1 team in Class 2A, the two-time defending state champions, the Providence Academy Lions. Greetings, everyone. I'm Mike Pete, and he's Mr. Mayak, Alex Nagel. Alex, we got a chance to see this Providence Academy team during opening weekend, and they have looked nearly flawless, 3-0, and those wins have come against the likes of Dowling Catholic, the top team, one of the top teams in Iowa, and Hortonville, one of the top teams in Wisconsin.
You know, they certainly haven't seemed to miss a beat at all, Mike. They're just picking up where they left off last season. And the scary thing is they almost look better. I mean, it's only early December, so this team still has a lot of room to grow and get better.
Big reason for that, of course, is Madden Greenway, who is leading the state in scoring. As we take a look at our tail of the tape, Mahtomedi picked up their first win against St. Croix Lutheran. The first game where Mark Gustafson felt, the head coach from Mahtomedi, that his team was coming together. Maya Wilson transferred to Hill Murray. You have a new coach, so as you know, it takes a little bit of time to gel. They're going to learn a lot about themselves tonight. Look at the numbers Providence is putting up already. 87 points per game through 3 games.
You know, this Mahtomedi team, Mike, is very interesting. You consider they finished 20-6 last season, 14-0 in the Suburban East Conference, which is pretty good. And I think they want to try and make a name for themselves. You know, right now you look at them in Section 4 in AAA, and they still have to look up to De La Salle, so they're trying to carve a niche for themselves, trying to make a name for themselves. This is a great opportunity for them to do just that here tonight.
Anna Green off to a strong start for Mahtomedi, 14 points per game, but they get it done by committee. No real superstars compared to the Providence Academy side, and there is the vaunted Madden Greenway. 36, 43, 43. Those are her point totals for the first 3 games, and she has 3 double-doubles. Picked up a triple-double in the win over Hortonville. Got the ball there as Providence Academy won the tip. Offensive rebound. Of course, we have the shot clock this year. This is our first basketball broadcast on SEC. We'll go over the shot clock procedures in a moment. It's Mahtomedi ball. 3 from the wing is pure. Presley Albers.
What a great start for the Zephyrs. They can get the tempo going their way early. That's going to be a big plus for them.
Millerburn with the answer. Short. It brushes the net. Racing for the rebound. Ari Peterson almost had it, but she did not get herself established in bounds. So a reminder on the shot clock. It's a 35-second clock. It will reset to 20 on offensive rebounds. Dead ball or live ball. Providence Academy steal. It's Madden Greenway. Comes up short on the layup. Gets her own rebound. Takes a tumble. Draws the foul. Or no, I thought it was a foul call. It was out of bounds. I saw contact. So I stand corrected, and Mahtomedi gets the turnover.
Well, I tell you what, Madden Greenway will not get phased with some early struggles here early on. She'll rise to the challenge.
She's a widely veteran by now. Remember, she started her varsity career in 7th grade. There's a steal by the aforementioned Madden Greenway. The coast-to-coast move is one of her patented ones. But Albers, I believe, stayed with her for the rejection. Here comes Ella Frazier. She's got some speed. Faking the 3, trying to go baseline. That didn't work out. Frazier connects on the baseline bunny.
I like that play. They're good high-percentage basketball.
Mahtomedi with an early 5-0 lead. Millerburn lost it. Frazier with numbers. Tried to lob it. Greenway with the deflection, and she'll pick up another steal. No points yet, but she already has a couple rebounds and a couple of swipes. Here's Ari Peterson, the 8th grader. Bullseye. Ari's starting to find her rhythm, come into her own in her 2nd year on varsity. 1st year starting. Here comes the Providence pressure. 16:20 left in the first half, and I'll finish on the shot clock procedures. It resets to 20. On offensive rebounds, there's Mark Gustafson, the new head coach for Mahtomedi, but he's been doing this for 39 years, was an assistant under Erica Zizzo. Ari Peterson trying to go baseline, and she stepped on the end line. Turnover on the Lions.
Well, great defense there by Anna Green, the junior post.
Mahtomedi calls timeout. 5-3 the score. And to finish up on the shot clock rules, this game is going so fast. I can't get it in. The 5-second rule also adjusting. There is no more 5-second call when you're dribbling. They do use it on a held ball. So
right.
That is another element that will take some time to get used to. Although, Alex, we watched several of the tip-off games, both on Thanksgiving weekend and at the Tip-Off Classic. So far, the shot clock hasn't been a huge impact element. It hasn't really affected the game all that much from what we've seen.
No, I don't think it has, and I don't think there's any real issues with it thus far. I think most of the teams have adapted pretty well.
Most, I think, as we take a look at last year's Metro East standings, as Alex noted in the open, Mahtomedi ran the table. There's a chance they could do that this year.
Yep.
Hill Murray will be a team to watch with Maya Wilson. Two Rivers managed just 5 wins. Nia Holly, the new head coach there, already has 3 wins to her credit. That will be a conference battle to watch, and as Alex alluded to, Mahtomedi now in the same section as De La Salle and Hill Murray, so that will be a tough grouping to get out of. Ella Frazier draws the foul. She helped lead that defensive assault in the win over St. Croix Lutheran on Saturday.
Yeah, you mentioned that Section 4 in Class AAA. That's going to be a tough one to get out of, no matter who you are.
Providence in 5-2A, and everyone else has a tough out by nature of being in the same group. Mahtomedi looking for the interior penetration. They don't get it. Ella Frazier, her 3 is long. Milburn collects the rebound. Madden Greenway turns on the accelerator. Lost it momentarily, recovers. Brooke Honecker, swish.
What?
Brooke is that X factor for the Lions.
And a steal right there.
That's Ari Peterson. She can't drain the reverse. Madden Greenway tries to tip the rebound, and no foul called, but Mahtomedi's bench had to brace themselves for a moment.
Well, that pressure, as you alluded to, Mike, is starting to cause some problems here for the Zephyrs. Let's see how they react and adjust here.
That pressure defense, a staple of Providence Academy over the last few years. There's Connor Getz, the 2-time state tournament champion. Has been head coach for the Lions over the last several years. Got his start in AAU with Minnesota Fury and got to tutor the likes of a young Cassie Karen. He coaches the younger levels. Cassie, a D2 athlete at Missouri Western. It's Mahtomedi ball, 30 on the shot clock. Frazier, the runner. Off to the left. Scrapping for the O-board is Emily Metzel. Again, the shot clock resets to 20. Into traffic, Ella Cletty throws it away. Greenway finds Hope Counts. Hope swarmed. It stays Providence ball. Alex, thus far, Mahtomedi and Providence, they're not afraid to go at each other.
No, they're not.
Greenway with the skip to Milburn. Emma, another player who got her start as a 7th grader. Hope Counts, cross-court skip. Greenway had to block over, and she draws the first foul on the Zephyrs against Ella Cletty.
Cletty, the senior guard, has got her hands full tonight.
One of 3 Ellas, Ella Frazier, Ella Cletty, and Ella Pros. Greenway, high low to Peterson. Ari's on the board.
What a great play, great recognition.
I should say Ari's on the board with 5 points. And there you hear some of that crowd energy On the Providence side, the Greenway family tends to lead those chants, bringing a little bit of that flavor, but Ella Cletty isn't fazed one bit by it as she hits the runner off 1 foot.
Tell you what, that was not an easy shot that Cletty got there. She was falling away when she put that shot up. That was really good. Here she has another chance.
In transition, Cletty on Greenway. Too strong. Counts to Peterson. Up and under, too far underneath, but Madden, using her speed to swoop in, draws the foul. She'll shoot 3. Madden Greenway, if this is the first time you've seen her play on the SEC airwaves, one of 3 players in state history to score 60 points in a game and the second fastest ever to 2,000 points as we get another look at the contact that sent her to the line for 3.
You know, I think there's a popular misconception when it comes to Maddie Greenway. People just think that she's a scorer. No, she's much more than that. She facilitates well. She gets her teammates involved. And everybody that's around her feels more confident when she's out there. She makes her teammates better players.
She led the state in scoring and assists last season as a freshman and is ranked 17th by ESPNW in the class of 2026 prospects. Greenway connects on 2 of 3. And it's 10-7. Providence Academy over Mahtomedi. Cletty shaking off Honecker. Lost her balance, finds help. That is Ella Pro's number 4. Fires the 3,
wow.
Drills it. Ella and Grace, the daughters of Eric Prose, who was the head coach at Mahtomedi for several years. Greenway on a give and go, too strong.
Well, you can just tell the energy level out there, Mike, is really high right now.
We talked this frequently about Hopkins, Alex, over the last several years. I have a feeling that's a double dribble call. Pros.
And that's what that pressure will do to you.
Well, much like Hopkins over the last decade plus, I feel Providence Academy, they're going to be the team everyone wants to beat. So Mahtomedi and everyone else that.
When you wear that proverbial target on your back, that's just one of the prices you pay for being one of the top teams.
The Providence can certainly handle the pressure. Hope counts. Moving inside for 2. That's her first field goal. Hope, the youngest of the Count sisters. And there are 7 siblings in all. That's Emnett Million. No, that's 34. I thought I saw it 24. That's Delaney Dumermuth. Here's Madden Greenway with the step through. Back to the line she goes. I had a chance to talk with Madden on Saturday at the Tip-Off Classic. We had an interview station with the network I was working for. Asked her about growing up with the lineage that she has, and her mom weighed in on this too. Early on, there were folks that said, oh, she's good because of her dad. Her father, of course, is Chad Greenway, the longtime linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings.
And my alma mater.
Iowa, that's right. Iowa Hawkeye. Over the years, and Madden acknowledged this, she's saying, I'm at the point now where I feel confident that I'm writing my own story as Hope Counts is called for the foul. And I can't speak from experience, Alex. I'm guessing you can't either, but when you grow up having well-known parents from sports or entertainment, that can place a lot of unrealistic expectations on you. But
yeah, unrealistic expectations and pressure.
But Chad and Jenny have both indicated, with Madden and her younger sisters, everything you see, they put in the work to make it happen.
I would dare say that she's handled things quite well.
I think one of the biggest pieces of advice, as Ari Peterson finds Greenway. We've seen that once or twice before. Greenway with the first field goal, then Providence up to a 16-10 lead.
And the turnovers now starting to catch up with Mahtomedi.
12-13 left in the first half. But the first time I got a chance to talk with Madden, after one of Providence Academy's many wins. She throws it away. Her father, biggest piece of advice, stay humble. Here's a three from Mahtomedi.
Oh!
Count it! And the foul. Delaney Dumermuth.
Well, I tell you what, if the Zephyrs were looking for a boost to get this back into a single possession, they sure got it.
Dumermuth averaging 6.7. That's the second foul on Hope Counts.
Foul on number 24, Hope Counts. That's her second, team's third. At the line, shoot one.
Alex, this could be a tight spot here for Providence Academy with one of their starters already at 2 fouls, and Hope Counts patrolling the interior. Dumermuth completes the 4-point play, and that could be a huge momentum boost. Honecker looking to snuff it out with the 3. That's Beckett Greenway who got the offensive rebound. Madden, deep 3. Ari Peterson, the step back, swish.
That one is tough to defend.
Fadeaways are a tough shot to master, but you're right, they're tough to defend if you can get the form down. Frazier, guarded by Beckett Greenway, finds Dumermuth looking to slash. Providence shuts the door, they go back inside. Dumermuth can't finish, Hope Counts staying in there. Greenway to Peterson. Here comes Ari with the scoop. She'll go to the line. Alex, this might surprise you. In that conversation I had with Madden Greenway, she said Ari is the most athletic kid I've ever met. I think a lot of folks would say that about Madden, but I think it speaks to the
Well, I tell you what,
appreciation.
on that last play, she may very well have a point there. That was a tough play.
And I think it speaks to the appreciation that Madden has, not just in her own abilities, but the people around her.
Yep.
Ari Peterson, the daughter of Adrian Peterson, and Madden had high praise for how Ari has handled things. Again, much like Madden,
Yep.
you go in and everyone wants to find out what you've got because of who your parents are.
And they expect so much.
Right. Ari won't hit those free throws there, but she has left a positive influence already in this first half as Providence picks up the loose ball. That's Honecker going to St. Thomas for track. Drive is short. Beckett Greenway, another rebound. Beckett's racking up some numbers already. She'll pick up the dime. Hope Counts, gets the bunny.
Perhaps more importantly for the Lions, they up that lead back to 6 again.
This is Anna Green, the younger sister of Allie Green, who goes
I tell you what,
baseline.
that was a tough move along the left baseline. Daring move, and she made it.
Ari Peterson comes up with the loose ball after the entry pass was tipped. Finds a cutting Honecker, can't get the bounce. Alex, this is a high-flying, up-tempo game.
It really is.
And just as I say that, we have a timeout, but Mahtomedi was in the jam, 10:06 to go. Beckett Greenway, the 7th grader, younger sister of Madden, second of 4. Her first game, it was Dowling Catholic. She drew a charge against Ava Zedeker, the Creighton Verbal. And Connor Getz said that was one of many signs that signaled to him that she's ready for this environment, even as a 7th grader.
Yeah, you don't come across many situations like that, but she's one of those rare types.
Admittedly, there were some nerves as we take a look at last year's IMAC standings. Now, the IMAC conference, they generally do one round. And I think this year, in the case of Providence, they're not going to play everyone because St. Paul Academy, for example, Breck, not at that level, Mounds Park Academy as well. I've seen this occasionally in conference play where some teams that maybe aren't at a level where they feel they can compete, they'll drop a game, and that will free up a spot for a team like Minnehaha and Providence. It's not that they don't want to play conference rivals. They just, you want to go in there. It's no fun when you're playing a game and you know you're going to win 90-10, something like that. Mahtomedi trying to work their way. Well, not like they've been out of it. Green missed the three-pointer, goes for another baseline shot, comes up short there. But this Mahtomedi team, they are scrappy. They are not backing down at all. And
You know,
Anna
Mike,
Green, the beneficiary.
you can tell already one thing that's going to be important if Mahtomedi is going to somehow prevail tonight, it's going to be second chance points.
Ella Cletty picks Madden Greenway's pocket, but she can't hook up with Presley Albers. But again, Alex, Mahtomedi, maybe there have been a couple of possessions that weren't efficient, but they're not afraid. How many teams would get nervous going up against Providence Academy and Mahtomedi? They're not playing afraid, and I think that's a big key. Whether or not they win, if you go in scared, you're going to take yourself out. Mahtomedi scrapping, clawing. Whatever happens, Providence is going to have to put in some sweat equity in the proverbial sense. And that could be a sign for Mahtomedi, whatever happens as far as the outcome goes. Now, Mark Gustafson acknowledged that maybe our chances at victory aren't the greatest, but you never know, and you just got to keep plugging away. Mahtomedi giving Providence a run early. Peterson got the block on Metzel down low. Providence comes up with it. Here comes Peterson. Over to Greenway. Deep three. It's there. Madden does have range. Hasn't had to use the three-point shot a lot as Mahtomedi tries to get the turnaround. And a loose ball foul on the Zephyrs. (23-18). And checking in for Providence, I think this is the first time I've seen her, is McKenna Schaefer, number 21. Greenway to Millerburn. They swing it back out.
Oh.
It's Schaefer who drops the three.
And all of a sudden that lead has expanded to 8. Here as we near the 8-minute mark.
Schaefer, the 5'9" junior. 8 minutes to go in the first half. This could be, I don't want to say a danger zone. We do have a foul on Providence as Ella Cletty went in for the slash.
I have a feeling with all the bodies hitting the floor tonight that there may be some ice baths in the offing here later on tonight for some of these players.
I know I get sore watching sometimes. Cletty puts a spin move. Mahtomedi will try again. That's Berkeley Blaisdell, 31 out there.
Shot clock now under 10.
6 to shoot.
Ooh,
almost a travel. That is
twice.
the travel, yes.
Yeah, that time it was.
Tori Jesperson
got into a bad spot there. But again, it's that pressure defense that creates those kinds of situations for the opponent. That if you're Mahtomedi, that's something that you've got to eliminate.
Millerburn to counts. Madden Greenway slipped.
Right in front of our table.
Yes. That will be a turnover on Providence, but more importantly, everyone's all right.
I was a little worried McKenna Schaefer might crash into our table there for a split second, but she avoided disaster.
It is a tight fit. It is a tight fit here at Mahtomedi, and Alex and I know we've been here several times. This is Anna Green. Turnaround. Rebound, Hope counts. Madden Greenway with the fake. She'll go to the line for 2. Ella Frazier can't believe it, Alex. That is another example of Madden's agility and floor awareness. Take a look at this. You saw the head swivel. Looked like she was going to go left. Went back right.
It's those little things that she can do that makes what she does so incredibly good.
Madden, a 3-sport athlete. soccer, basketball, and track. She's led the state in goals for soccer and has picked up 2 bronze medals for Providence Academy. Sport's a big part of their family. Chad was a 3-sport athlete in high school, and Jenny, Madden's mother, a Division I athlete herself at Iowa. In track and cross country, here comes Greenway. Can't get the finish there, but she's already loading up that stat sheet, Alex. Emma Millerburn sneaking in underneath for her first field goal.
And again, second chance points.
30-18. Mishandled dribble by Blaisdell. Free ball for the Lions. Madden Greenway with the finish.
Yep.
Mahtomedi using their 3rd timeout already. Madden Greenway with 13 points. Remember, her season low thus far is 36, and that came against Dowling Catholic.
Yeah, that's, if you want to call that a low, a low light.
No.
No.
Because remember, she had that scoop and score
Right.
to give Providence the go-ahead bucket.
Right.
So if I called that a low light, I would have a lot of people to answer to over at Providence Academy.
Yes.
6:33 left in the first half. Our first basketball game on the airways of SCC. We'll be with you again on Thursday with Cretin-Derham Hall and Tartan. Tartan also with a first-year head coach in Angel Robinson. You might remember her from
Sure
her
do.
time
From
at St. Paul Central and Marquette. Cretin-Derham Hall with a first-year head coach as well, and Tara Seifert. So that's coming up on Thursday if you're following along on SCC. I'll be with you. So consider this your warning. You have 2 days to hit the mute button. Back to action, 6.5 to go in the first half. Let's see if Mahtomedi can recapture some of that early rhythm they found. Jump ball, Providence Academy with the arrow.
Lions to throw.
Greenway to Millerburn. Entry pass tipped by Metzel. Dumermer with the steal. That's a deep 3 for Cletty.
Oh.
Bullseye.
Zephyr sure needed that.
32-21, and remember, with the shot clock, teams that are trailing aren't out of it. Not like they used to be. Millerburn to Greenway, the give and go.
What a
Pays
great give and go. I mean, Greenway is just so quick away, without the ball. She can get it right into position and be right at the perfect spot at the right time.
It's not just a give and go for Madden Greenway, it's give and go gadget accelerator.
Something along those lines. But whatever it is, it works.
Madden Greenway up to 15.
That's their second team still. Into the Lions, number 1, Beckett Greenway, and number 20, Ari Peterson.
Madden picks up her second foul. We noticed this, Alex, at the game with Dowling Catholic. Connor Getz, he's not afraid to leave his players in there, even with foul trouble.
Yeah.
They're smart enough to avoid it. I remember Madden had a couple of fouls, I believe, early against Dowling Catholic. Stayed in there and stayed out of trouble. Here's Beckett Greenway. The corner 3 is there.
The 7th grader dropping a dagger.
And who gave it to her? Her big sister. It'll stay with Mahtomedi, 5:08 to go. That is the second of hopefully many connections with sister. Coincidentally, the first time they hooked up was also a 3-pointer, Madden to Beckett. And now Madden is looking to hook up a couple of points, and she will.
Well, when it rains, it pours. And right now, everything going Providence Academy's way.
Mahtomedi scoring on the baseline take. That's Anna Green.
And if you're Mahtomedi, those are the kinds of opportunities that you need to capitalize on.
Honaker to Counts. Her 2 big sisters, Grace and Maria, playing D2 basketball at UMD. Hope Counts will go to the line for 2. Grace and Maria, fantastic all-around players. They weren't the quickest, but they did a lot of the dirty work, and they were capable distributors themselves. Maria led the team in assists for a couple of years. Hope getting some looks. And of all the Count sisters that I've had a chance to get to know, Hope has the driest and most sarcastic wit about her.
You wouldn't necessarily expect that from the youngest of siblings.
I'm about that, though. I like players that have a sense of humor, because I say this all the time. This is a game. There's a world out there. Don't forget to have fun. Hope Count's missing both free throws, so it's still 39-23, but once again, Alex, Mahtomedi really struggling against that pressure defense.
Especially with their half-court offense. You know, early on when they were forcing the tempo, they were getting more opportunities in their half-court offense. Things have really gone awry for them.
Well, they knew this would be a tough assignment anytime you play Providence Academy. Last year, the Lions beat the Zephyrs by 20. Madden Greenway steps into the three, and it's pure. Is there anything she can't do? Mahtomedi draws the foul, and they will give the shooting motion to number 30, Grace Prose.
Foul on the Lions, number 3, Brooke Honecker. Her first, team 6.
Grace Prose has picked up a few points in the early part of the season. But I'm looking up and down this Mahtomedi stat line, Alex, and Green again 14 points per game, but Ella Cletty with 8, as there's Connor Getz watching intently. Fiona Majors 7.7. Prose is on the board. This Mahtomedi team is trying to get this done by committee, and Providence continuing to mash that proverbial accelerator when it comes to tempo, pace.
Becca Greenway causing problems out there.
They do find Cletty. Beckett all over number 5. Now Metzel's got it. Back to Grace Prose. 8 to shoot. Bounce pass. Hope Counts with the block on Green.
Hope Counts said no thank you.
That into Beckett.
Look
Side
out.
fade. Beckett Greenway with a little misdirection move and a chest bump with her big sister Madden. Deep 3 for Prose, too strong. Rebound eventually secured by Hope Counts. Madden Greenway. Her ability to draw fouls, Alex,
it's uncanny.
It's a rarity. The only player that I can draw a comparison to is Kendall McGee, who is still recovering from a knee injury with Benilde St. Margaret's, knowing how to use your body to generate contact.
Again, it's those small things that make such a talented and gifted player like Maddie Greenway so incredibly good.
Madden has received offers from just about every Big Ten school, current and newcomers. Big 12, a few SEC schools, including Tennessee, have given her offers. Needless to say, finding a college won't be hard. It's just a matter of where.
Yeah.
She'll play somewhere. Mahtomedi can't hit the 3. They'll try again, this time, and a Green connects. Providence with the answer. You bet, it's Madden Greenway again.
Did this movie get put on repeat?
Green doubled. Nowhere to go. We've got a pileup and a traveling call.
You know, it's really a fun thing to watch when you see a player get into the zone. It's something that's really hard to describe, but you can see the way Maddie is doing things out there. She's totally calm. She knows what she's doing.
And just as you see that, she threw a pick. You jinxed her,
I
Alex.
jinxed it all the way. I take the blame.
That's Ella Pros who got the steal against Greenway. This could be a viable opportunity for Mahtomedi. They trail by 23, but if you can get a score out of this possession, well, they can't do it. That's the key, though, if you're going to beat Providence, much like Hopkins of yesteryear, and even now, you can't have a series of errors like that.
Right.
You've got to make sure you play your best ball.
Yep.
And now it's easier said than done because I don't have to worry about going against Providence Academy as Matt and Greenway.
Here she goes again.
A heat check three, bounces off the back iron. McKenna Schaefer able to win that scrum. Now Emma Millibird wants a turn, bullseye. Her first three.
An artillery barrage being unleashed by the Providence Academy Lions here tonight.
They've got plenty of depth, plenty of talent, especially in that starting five. Here's another three for Pros. Dead ball rebound to Providence Academy, 1:14 left. 53-27. As Providence continues to assert themselves in the early part of the season. They've already defeated two of the top teams from the Midwest. Madden Greenway to Hope counts. Has to go back out. That sets up Madden for three. Hope counts. Got the save. Beckett to Schaefer. Swatted away by Jesperson. And a foul on Providence Academy with 49.8 left. Providence in the penalties, so this is 1-1 time. Mark Gustafson again and said this is going to be a way to find out what we have because later on this season, Mahtomedi takes on De La Salle, the newcomers in Section 4.
Yep. This is what you can expect.
And De La Salle, no slouch. They got a big win over Alexandria on Saturday at the Tip-Off Classic. Jesperson blanks at the free throw line. This is Beckett Greenway pulling the fake. The runner is too strong. Jesperson gets the rebound. Dumermuth. The skip. Ella Pros. Finds number 30, Grace Pros. Long distance shot not there. Offensive rebound. Grace will try again. Off to the right. I spoke with Eric Pros and asked him what it's like seeing his two daughters play, and he said he'll work on some things at home, but at these games, he does his best to be a parent out there.
Yeah.
But he admitted it is difficult when you have the coaching background like he does. Providence forcing another turnover, and Ella Pro says right back at you, Mahtomedi. They've got time here if they can get it across. The ball's pinballing around. Now Providence with a chance. Adding Greenway, the reverse. No, but Hope counts. Races in for the putback. And that will end the first half. 55-27. Providence Academy leads Mahtomedi. Alex.
And what a first half it was, Mike, by Providence Academy. I mean, once they started applying that full and half court pressure, things just started falling apart quickly for Mahtomedi, and they've really got themselves in a hole right now.
The end of that first half, a master class of Providence's assets, their strengths. We'll see what the second half brings when we return. Alex and I, of course, will have first half highlights and analysis in just a few minutes. You're watching high school girls basketball on SCC. Providence Academy leads Mahtomedi 55-27.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Woo-hoo. Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org.
When it comes to health, we're all on our own journey. Our challenges aren't always visible to those around us. You may be living with aches and pains, fatigue, shortness of breath, or other symptoms that make it difficult to manage everyday life. These problems can be the result of a variety of conditions, including long COVID, which 1 in 5 adults who've had COVID-19 may develop, according to the CDC. When symptoms linger, they could lead to feelings of isolation, but you don't have to go through it alone. For challenges like these, physical therapy is the solution. Physical therapists are the licensed healthcare providers moving you to better health. They can improve your quality of life through hands-on care, patient education, and prescribed movement. No matter where you are on your health journey, your physical therapist and physical therapist assistant can help. When we work together, we feel better together. So choose more movement. Choose better health. Choose physical therapy. Visit ChoosePT.com to find a physical therapist near you or ask your primary care provider for a referral. This message is provided by the American Physical Therapy Association.
So as a technical sergeant, E6.
I served in Vietnam in 1969.
I am an U.S. Army veteran.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes.
Try to always be there for each other.
I do my best reaching out to my brothers and sisters in arms.
Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right?
I can't say that I have. I mean,
If you don't have someone to kind of help you guide those thoughts, it can be really bad.
Eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
I guess it's a part of the military too, right? Service before self.
It was drilled in, service before self.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me, When you realize that you're not alone, once you take that first step, there's so much support.
We did have temperature.
Sometimes it's hard to know where to start, and the cycle never stops. You're not alone. Visit maketheconnection.net.
It's halftime at Mahtomedi. SEC Sports live coverage of high school girls basketball. Providence Academy leading Mahtomedi 55-27. Alex will rejoin us in a moment. And Providence Academy making themselves at home. It was tight to start the first half, but at the midway point, the Providence Academy defense that leads to quick offensive strikes took over and took off. As we take a look at some of those highlights, Madden Greenway, a big part of that. Ari Peterson hitting a 3. She's got 7 points. And will be a player to watch in the years to come. Mahtomedi, they had a few highlights of their own. That's Ella Prose with her first and only field goal so far. Ari Peterson with that fadeaway. Never an easy shot to master. And there is Madden Greenway, one of the biggest names in the state. She's got 25 points. Anna Green found some success along the baseline. She's up to 9. And there is Madden's range. She hasn't had to use it often, but it's there. And there's Becca Greenway hitting one of her 2 triples. Mahtomedi trying to hang around. Anna Green hitting a 3, and there's Madden using her speed. Didn't get the finish there, but Hope Counts trailed, and that brought an end to the first half. Taking a look at the first half stats. Greenway with 25, Green with 9 to lead Providence and Mahtomedi respectively. The free throws, Mahtomedi 2 of 4, Providence Academy 8 of 13. But I'd say the biggest stat was that run Mahtomedi went, or Providence Academy went on to end the first half. Again, though, they are one of the standard bearers in the state of Minnesota. Anytime you get Providence on the schedule, you know it's going to be a tough assignment. But there are still 18 minutes left to play. We'll see what Mahtomedi can bring when we come back for the second half. You're watching high school girls basketball on SEC Sports.
My dad was a farmer, and when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Hi, I'm Morgan Fairchild, and I am a lifetime lover of animals. I've rescued every pet I've ever had, so I know firsthand that when you adopt a shelter pet and make them a member of your family, it not only enriches you and your family's lives, but that of your pet's life as well. The champions at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. Whether certifying the humane treatment of farm animals, rescuing animals caught in disasters, ensuring the safety of animal stars on screen, or protecting our planet's endangered species, they go above and beyond to further their mission and make the world a kinder place for animals. Please consider adopting a shelter pet and supporting American Humane.
Heather and I had an argument just like any other couple. I was lost and lonely. I had snapped, I had a gun, and I was going to take my own life. Heather helped me realize that there was still life to live. For the better of myself, my family, my weapon is now safely put away.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me in ways that I never knew that I could be broken. And I contemplated suicide. Afterwards, we found out his girlfriend, she was pregnant. If that was my grandson, I was gonna have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
A moment of crisis can happen to anyone.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Second half just about to start here at Mahtomedi. Providence Academy leads 55-27, going on one of their patented monstrous runs that has been the bane of so many teams who've had to face them over the last couple of years. If I'm correct, Alex, Providence, they haven't lost since last year's tip-off classic when they played Becker, as Madden Greenway begins the second half with the poke and the finish, the coast-to-coast play. And she is 3 away from what would be her fourth 30-point game this season. There's Ella Cletty, traveling call.
Straddling call on Mahtomedi. Lions to throw.
It's easy to run out of superlatives when it comes to Maddie Greenway, isn't it?
It's easy, but we're no stranger to the success that she has brought for herself and this Providence Academy team. Here's Brooke Honecker. 3 is a little long. Scrapping for the rebound is Albers. Here comes Cleddy, goes to Green, up and in. Anna Green up to 11.
Well, Mahtomedi looking for some positives here.
Well, that
the
could
early
be
part
one
of
of
the
them.
second half. That would certainly be one of them.
Greenway to Peterson. Looking to go inside. She threads it to Honecker. Ball pinballs around a little more. Dead ball rebound to Providence ultimately. Anna Green, a volleyball and basketball athlete at Mahtomedi, and enjoys organizing things. Averaged 13.5 points per game last year. Greenway got a push from Cleddy. We play on. Hope counts. We'll go back to the line for 2. We spoke of the lineage with Greenway and Peterson. Hope counts, also part of some athletic royalty. She and all the other Count sisters, the granddaughter of Mel Counts, who played in the NBA back in the 1950s.
Yep.
Of course, the NBA back then isn't the NBA that we're used to today, but that's still a lot farther than I ever got. The Counts, one of the legacy families at Providence Academy. I got to cover Clara when she was a varsity athlete, and I've seen Maria, Grace, and Hope thrive under the current reign. It's 59-29. Peterson picks up the loose ball. Swarm finds Hope Counts. That in Greenway taking a tumble. Anna Green comes up with the steal. Hope Counts racing back. Adam Greenway trying to time the pass. Nearly did the splits. 3 from the corner. It's there. Emily Metzel's on the board.
Well, I guess as the song goes, we got a long way to go and a short time to get there if you're Mahtomedi, but that's certainly a way to get a spark going.
Certainly a lot better than another song that I know where I've got nothing to do and all day to do it. If you want to go the opposite.
Somehow I knew we'd get a Cadbury in there one way or the other.
Madden Greenway knocking down the front end. That was a Styx reference for those of you who have no idea what I was talking about, and that's probably most of you. Because I have a tendency to confuse people. Madden Greenway hits both free throws, up to 29 points. And Alex, like we said, 3 double-doubles. Right now, she's leading the Providence Academy Lions in rebounds, and she's 5'6".
That's just astounding.
But we saw this in the Dowling game. She's got plenty of vertical and that athleticism. And Madden acknowledged, I'm not going to be the tallest, but that doesn't mean I can't make an impact.
Last touch for the Lions, Mahtomedi on the throw there.
Here's another look. After the ball went out of play, Hope Counts on the block.
A lot of length there.
3 from Frazier short. Hope Counts. No lack of it. Here's Madden Greenway. Another trip to the free throw line.
You know, the way she's able to create, you know, the way she's able to ad-lib, you know, in tough situations. I think that's what helps set her apart from so many others. Don't you think, Mike?
One of many separators. Greenway, who has reached 30 points now for the 4th time this season, enjoys reading. And Mads or Matters are her 2 nicknames. Didn't indicate what her favorite book is, but I suppose we have a few years to find out. Dumermuth for three. Dead ball rebound to Providence Academy. 63-32 the score. 15:08 left in the second half. Frazier will check out. Millerburn finds Madden Greenway. It's not just her scoring, like you said. It's her vision, her awareness, that cunning gene. She drives in for two more. She rarely makes a silly mistake. And when you have a player who's that grounded, it is tough to contain.
And again, for a sophomore, that's just incredible when you think about it.
Well, not just any sophomore. Again, some of these kids are starting from 7th grade. As Ari Peterson lost the handle. Green for three. Raises the iron. Hope counts. Picking up the rebound. Millerburn will take it herself and bank it in. She's up to 7. Green with the handoff to Dumermuth. Dumermuth needs help. You may have seen that 5-second signal. She lost the ball. Remember, the 5-second count applies to a held ball, and that's a double dribble on Millerburn.
You look at that Mahtomedi coaching staff, one name certainly out over there stands out, Marissa Gustafson, who played her college ball at Gustavus.
And played alongside Allie Green at Mahtomedi. Turn around, swish. There is Anna Green. She's up to 13. Greenway, the skip. The fake. Now Greenway goes in, extra pass to Hope counts. Not there, but again, another example of that intelligence that Madden carries with her every time she touches the ball.
Yep.
And that's why she led the state in assists and scoring last year. I don't know if she'll lead the state in rebounds. It's still early, but to average a double-double through 3 games, that's impressive. She had a triple-double in the win over Hortonville. Tried the entry pass. Ari Peterson comes up with it.
And she'll say thank you.
Not the way they drew it up, but you'll take it. 9 points for Ari. Green, fouled by counts, and she'll go to the line for 2. We mentioned Green, the volleyball and basketball athlete at Mahtomedi, and likes to organize things.
Hope counts. That's her 3rd, team's first. At the line shooting 2, number 25, Anna Green.
So I imagine her closet, her room, all of her personal spaces are neatly assorted.
Yes.
That's interesting, though. I know some who maybe flinch at the thought of trying to organize stuff, but I can respect that as Green makes both free throws. She's up to 15. Madden Greenway through traffic. Frazier cut her off. She got her own miss, though. Brooke Honecker for 3. Too strong. Anna Green with another rebound. Frazier. Errant pass. Greenway picks it up. Zips it. Zips it out. Millerburn to Honecker. Bullseye.
You know, you look at somebody like Brooke Honecker, Mike. You know, maybe she doesn't garner all the accolades that, say, Maddie Greenway does, or Hope counts, or somebody else, but she's really, you know, the glue that holds this team together, I think. And if she doesn't get nearly the credit I think that she deserves.
Dumermuth dropping a 3 for Mahtomedi, and I've said this before, Alex, on this broadcast and in prior games that we've done. Ari Peterson, 3 balls short, but Honecker is that X factor. She is the player, hasn't had a big game yet, but she can pick one up before you realize it. Going to St. Thomas next year to compete in track and field for the Tommies. The former MIAC member, now part of the Summit League.
And for the Zephyrs, number 22, Tori Jesperson.
11:43 left in the second half. 72-39. Mahtomedi trying to string some possessions, get a little bit of that momentum. It may not win them this game, but it could carry over for the rest of the season. And I think if you're Mahtomedi, that would be helpful. They knew this would be a tough out, and any team that's got to play Providence is aware of that, but there's still some little things you can reflect on. Greenway continues to be relentless.
It's almost uncanny the way she can ad lib in so many different ways, in so many different tough situations.
Well, her multi-sport participation, I believe, plays a big part in that, specifically soccer. If I remember correctly, she's been interviewed once or twice where she noted how playing soccer helps her visualize the playing field. Now, basketball, a lot smaller than soccer, but you've got to read lanes, you've got to see openings, you have to look for seams, and you also have to pay attention to where your teammates are.
Yeah.
That's why you hear me all the time encourage athletes to take up another sport outside of the primary one that they might be going to college for. Millerburn draws the foul, and she'll go to the line.
And you know, that's an interesting point that you made up. For somebody like me, who was a tennis player, I probably didn't do as much as I should have on that front. And so if you're able to do that as a young athlete, I think it's a really good thing to do.
Millerburn, 6.5 points per game last year. One of those players that, not unlike the Hopkins team, she has 10.3 points per game this year. When Hopkins had Paige Beckers or South at Taylor Hill, if you were to take Madden Greenway out of the equation, just hypothetically, folks like Millerburn and perhaps Peterson would be ready to fill that void.
Yeah.
It's not all Madden, and Madden would be the first to tell you that.
Right.
Last year's team at Grace Counts and Kira Miller, both playing college ball. Kira at Carthage in Wisconsin, part of the WIAC, if I'm correct, and Grace, as we noted before, at UMB. 10:31 to go in the second half.
It's just almost uncanny how Providence Academy can wreak so much havoc for an opponent just in their half-court offense alone.
Well, they're already battle-tested. Their first three opponents. Well, Benilde St. Margaret's shorthanded with Olivia Olson hand injury, but they face a state semifinalist in Dowling Catholic and one of the top teams in Wisconsin with Whartonville as Madden Greenway steps into the mid-range, Jay, and switches it home. 35. Turnaround for Green, can't get the bounce. That is Shannon Healy with the rebound and drawing the foul. Shannon, also part of a family with lengthy ties to Providence. Her big sister, Anne-Marie Healy, won a state title back in 2012 with Ray Finley as head coach, and then Anne-Marie went to Harvard alongside Taylor Finley. And Taylor's older sister, Kelly, the head coach at Florida. Mahtomedi on the run. Anna Green with the finish. Alex, you got to give props to Anna Green for riding this out. It will be easy to check out when you're getting pummeled like Mahtomedi is, but Anna's been staying with it, and she's got 17. Mahtomedi looking for another score here. They won't get it, but the tip from Metzel allows Green to secure the rebound. And Jesperson with a chance for three. And I've been...
Well, nice play by Jesperson, the reserve senior.
And I've been following the atmosphere, for lack of a better word. The Mahtomedi fan, they know this game is in all likelihood out of reach, but they're still bringing the noise when their players pull off a big play. Like that three-point play. So the crowd energy hasn't dissipated like it sometimes does in games when your team is down big. So this team getting a lot of support as Madden Greenway with another dose of flexibility.
And vertical ability.
37, so she will not have a season low in scoring, we know that much. Here's a three from the corner, comes up short. Emily Metzel again, she's scrapped for a couple of plays. Now she's got an opening, throws it up, not there, picks it up and says thank you very much. So Metzel is up to 5, gets a rebound along the way. Ari Peterson wants the three. Off the back iron. Rebound tip to Beckett Greenway. Here's Peterson again on the take and the finish.
Made it look easy.
Ari Peterson with 11 in this game. And this season averaging 12.7.
She will shoot 1. Follow number 10, Emily Metzel. That's her third, team 6.
And again, a lot of folks, Madden Greenway included, highlighting Ari's fortitude, not getting caught up in some of the things that might envelop other athletes. I think of Bronny James, for example, and the following he had just because of who his dad is. It's a little strange, but that's how it goes sometimes. As Anna Green drills another three, she's got 20. Alex, this may not go down as a win for Mahtomedi, but this will be a statement performance nonetheless for Anna Green. And Madden Greenway says, right back at you.
Yep.
Her third straight 40-point game.
Goodness.
And we have only played 4 games for Providence, that is, this season. 3 of 4, you go for 40. How crazy is that? Ari Peterson wants a couple more. Madden up, can't get the bounce. Frazier almost had it. Went out of bounds, but Frazier not giving up. Alex, again, there's a lot to like out of this performance by Mahtomedi, even if it doesn't net them a win. Anna Green in particular rising to the challenge. Honecker for 3. Long. Ari Peterson, turn around. Alex, I know we've been praising just about every asset of Providence Academy, but their ability to attack the boards.
Well, that's
especially with
when
the
you
small
have
lineup.
that kind of length,
right?
You can do that. And I thought at the outset tonight that having those second and third opportunities for Mahtomedi would be key for them, and obviously that got taken away.
Here's another 3 for Green. Short this time. And some of the Providence reserves are out there. I've noticed Madden is on the bench, so she might finish with 40 here. And I said small lineup. I guess that would be a disservice of sorts to Ari Peterson. She's not exactly diminutive. There's Beckett. Out to Schaefer for 3.
Ooh.
Bullseye.
So many weapons on this Providence Academy team.
That's what it takes, though, to be successful, no matter the class, no matter the sport. Green again. Comes up short on the take. That's why Providence has won state the last couple of years. Errant pass. Ooh, nifty move by Letty.
That was a nice move.
She needed a moment to gather herself as the ball was rolling. And then
Peterson was right on her, and somehow she was able to elude her.
And it's not easy to keep that concentration.
No.
When you've got people on you like that, as Ari Peterson pulls up for the mid-range shot, comes up strong. Again, Alex, a little bit of a push off by Green. Will play on. The kick out, Frazier for 3. Bullseye. Alex, Mahtomedi, again, they won't get the win, but I feel like they've got a leader in green.
Yeah, they really do.
Beckett Greenway with a baseline turnaround. This is, I believe, her season high.
Well, and I think more importantly,
it is
for the big picture for Mahtomedi, you can learn a lot about yourselves from a game like this.
Ella Frazier, she's scoring on back-to-back buckets now. And Beckett, I did confirm it is a season high. Brooke Honecker wants the three, short. It's just turning into a bit of a backyard basketball scrimmage here, but you know what? This is cool to see too. And now it's Frazier's turn to play facilitator. Clitty with the layup, and Providence is going to call a timeout. Well, Alex, there's a lot to like from this game. Madden Greenway, her third straight 40-point game. Her young sister Beckett, career high with 8, and Mahtomedi has dropped a couple of nice ones here with 5:02 left.
They found a little solid footing here over the last couple of minutes. Unfortunately, too late for practical purposes, but again, as I said, when you look at the big picture, you come off a game like this, and you can learn a lot about yourselves going forward.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Mahtomedi, and I was about to get to that myself. So David and our ESP is working at full capacity. Chisago Lake's the next home game. South St. Paul, Robbinsdale Cooper, 21 team last year. They moved down to 3A. The Hill Murray game, that will be one to circle with Maya Wilson playing her old team for the first time. Mankato East, one of the top contenders out of the Big Nine.
Big game at St. Peter, too.
That will be at Anoka Ramsey Community College, part of the Hall of Fame Classic. De La Salle on the 19th. That game will have huge seeding implications in Section 4-3A.
Yes, it will.
And to your point, Alex, why would I be highlighting all the Mahtomedi's success as of late? You never know how it can measure up later in the season, because even if you don't get the win, coaches are watching, your high school coaches obviously, and for players that are thinking about pursuing a college path, you never know what scouts will be watching.
Absolutely.
It's easy to play to the scoreboard.
Yep.
It's another to just keep going and play your game, and Mahtomedi is doing that tonight.
And any coach will tell you championships are not won in November and December either.
Sometimes you have to appreciate the little things in order to celebrate
the big things.
The big things, yes. And Mahtomedi, again, achieving a few little things here, even though Providence threw down the hammer. There's a block. Yes, this might be coming against some of the second stringers, but you got to build confidence. You got to build that chemistry somewhere. That's a steal for Becca Greenway. 4.5 to go. Now, Mahtomedi got it back to within 30, so we are not in mercy rule time. Providence would have to go back to 35 for that. And Becca Greenway, with that jumper, has her first ever double-digit game as a varsity player. I wanted to say high school, but she's a 7th grader. Here's Frazier for 3, and she's feeling it now. She's got 10.
She's a fun player to watch.
I truly think this Mahtomedi team will be a sleeper. I was wondering what they might look like as Honecker goes baseline without Maya Wilson. Maya had some ties to Hill Murray before, but they've got some under-the-radar players. Can they hang with De La Salle, Hill Murray? We'll find out, because they get to play them later this season. But they certainly have the ingredients, the pieces in place, as Greta Seiss,
junior reserve,
scores. Alex, everyone is trying to get on the highlight reel before we're through.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, well, and again, as we were saying just a couple minutes ago, it'd be easy to check out of a game like this, but you never know when this might benefit you later. Emma Milliburn's going to go to the line. And you can't lay back anymore with the shot clock.
No, you
even
can't.
in runaway games.
Yep.
Providence Academy, by the way, has crossed the 90-point mark in back-to-back games. They had 95 against Hortonville. And something tells me they're going to hit the 90 mark a few more times before the season is through. Beforehand, I was talking with our producer who was worried what might happen if they score 100. I don't know if that'll happen, as Mahtomedi looks to add 3 more. But it might break our board. We're getting close. Here's Milliburn. She doesn't care about our score bug. breaking. She wants to add a couple more if she can. She's got 10. Alex, that is what amazes me the most about Providence. Not because this is a new style. They played this way the last couple of years, but they've won big, and they've done it posting insane numbers offensively. Their lowest output was their first game of the year. You and I were there for that.
Yeah.
They only managed 79 against Allen Catholic. And that's when Alex and I thought this team was maybe a little overrated.
Did I say that? I never said that.
No, you didn't say that. I was being a little facetious.
Yes.
I'd be lucky to score 79 points in my entire career. 79 in their first game. They had 85 against Medill St. Margaret's, 85, 95 against Hortonville, 94 against Mahtomedi, and they still have at least 22 games to go. Dubermuth on the take. She's got 9. And Alex, this could be a highlight game for her.
Yep.
The freshman forward. Shannon Healy draws the foul. And we talked about little things. Some coaches may not stress moral victories, but I think for Mahtomedi that they were able to keep the mercy rule from coming into effect. That could be one of those little things.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe most of this is coming against the second string, but
well, it's
like something you can point to when you review the game film. Hey, this didn't work so well for us, but take a look at what happened at this point.
It's like any tough outing that any team goes through. You got to go back and look at the tape, see what you did wrong, go to work at it, and put it to bed.
Shannon Healy gets on the board. Shannon, the 5'10 sophomore, has chipped in a few points, a few highlights over the years. I remember a buzzer beater 3 she had a couple years ago against Mountain Iron Buell. She'll have to settle for a split there. Providence 18 of 25 from the line if anyone's paying attention. But I don't think they'll have to worry too much about the free throw numbers tonight. Pros going across. Those aren't easy shots to make either. And we've got another new face. That's Ali Herlovsky, the 5'6 senior. And number 13, Lexi Nikolai, the 6-foot freshman. She's out there. Lily Sabers, the 5'5 freshman.
They still got some length out there.
Annabelle Warner, number 10. Yeah, I've never seen Nikolai before.
Number 0, Lily Sabers.
And number 12, Tess Clammer. Here's a 3. And this is always fun, Alex, when the deep reserves come in.
Yep.
Everyone cheers for them because you want to see them get a bucket, get on the highlight reel. They may not be the superstars. We don't talk about them a whole lot. It's a bit like the offensive line in football.
Yep.
Their role under the radar, but just as valuable.
And they're there in practice every day, too.
Grace Post scoring on the take. That's her first field goal. That's key, Alex. That's right. Those are the players that put in those blood, sweat, and tears, and the Providence section erupting with joy. Lexi Nikolai with a chance for a 3-point play. And I'm going to look at the numbers here. That is her first bucket, her first points this season. A 3-point play for the freshman. Perhaps someone we'll be hearing about in future seasons. And Alex, Providence has a new season high. They had 95 against Hortonville. They've eclipsed that here.
And they may not be done yet.
Well, they can't hold back with the shot clock. They have to at least go for it. I know there are teams that would try not to get 100 because it wouldn't be a great look, but the shot clock creates this quirk.
I mean, it's really changed the dynamics of everything.
Last year, you would lay back and call it a day. You can't do that.
Right.
That's Blake Hudson, the 5'5", 8th grader. She also has a lot of soccer expertise. Obviously, if Providence doesn't get 100, it's not going to be the end of the world. Alex, I think I have finally run out of superlatives as Mahtomedi launches another 3. I don't know what else there is to say.
Connor Gates ready to insert some more of his reserves here in just a few moments.
Everybody's going to get a chance to play. But that's the fun of it. You know, when you have a game wrapped up, hey, go out there and have fun. I was saying before, and I mention this to coaches, parents all the time, this is a game. There's a world out there.
Yep.
At some point, we're not going to remember how many points you scored, how many times Providence Academy threatened a century mark.
Yep.
It's going to be the moments, the memories, the laughs, the stories.
Yep.
That you'll remember most. The friendships along the way. That is Rachel Bartles over to, I don't see a 30, that's Ava Teixeira, number 32. They're going into the junior varsity roster, Alex. Carolyn Dierberger, Rachel Bartles, I think I mentioned her name. If any of them score, well, we'll see. They still have to get a shot off here with the shot clock at 20. That's Bartles with the bounce pass to Hudson. Well, she gets her pocket picked, and that's number 15, Amelia Madden. Well, I was pulling for them. I don't root for one team over another, but when you're coming off the bench like this, you pull for these kids.
Yeah.
Because we know Madden, Hope, Brooke, they're going to have their games, and a green from Mahtomedi, but it's the younger players that are hoping to get their moment. Exerting all that patience and that diligence that you spoke of. They're the ones in practice that help the big names become who they are. Time winding down. Just enough for Blaisdell to add 2 more. Her first field goal, and that's a final. 99-69. Providence Academy goes to 4-0, and they set a new season high in points along the way. Alex, Providence, the team to beat in the state of Minnesota tonight. Another example why.
Well, and we saw all facets of their ability and what they can do, particularly with their half-court and full-court pressure, and how many opportunities that presented for them tonight.
A lot of highlights. We'll see what we bring you, but I'll recap the final numbers. Madden Greenway with her 3rd straight 40-point game. She finishes with exactly 40. Ari Peterson with 12. Emma Miller-Burned with 10. And Becca Greenway off the bench, her first double-digit game with 10. For Mahtomedi, Anna Green gets a new season high with 20. Ella Frazier with 10. Ella Cletty with 9. And Delaney Dumermuth with 9. And again, Providence the favorite in 2A. But Mahtomedi, even though this wasn't the win they were looking for, this could be a confidence builder that can help them become a contender later on. So we'd like to thank all of you for joining us tonight on SDC Sports. Join us again on Thursday when we bring you live coverage of Cretin-Durham Hall and Tartan girls basketball. So for Alex Nagel and the rest of our SCC crew, this is Mike Beaton reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody.